What is up, YouTube? What is up, channel? My name, of course, is Sure. And today is Thursday, even though it feels like Friday to me because I started the bowling league and I did a summer league last year, and I think it was just on a different day. But to me, it just feels like Friday because I'm all out of whack and I've had to move everything a day forward that I would usually do, on the previous day. But we're not here to talk about bowling. Today, we're here to talk about Resident Evil Revelations. And this is what you're looking at right now. Right now, it's some Resident Evil Revelations raid mode, which is basically kind of like, I don't want to say it's like Mercenaries because it's not like Mercenaries. It is and it's not. It's like it's in the same category as, I guess you would say, Mercenaries, because you're trying to get points. But you can actually level up in this, and you can upgrade your guns. I'm not sure if you could actually upgrade your guns in Resident Evil 6. I'm pretty sure you can't. I think you can just unlock skill points and stuff like that for your actual character and things like that. And basically, yeah, you do get skill points, but they go on your gun. So like there's a perk, or I don't know if I want to call them perks, or what do you want to call them, attachments. There's an attachment that allows you to heal your partner if he's in, I don't know, like, I forget how many meters it has to be. If your partner is like right by you and you use an herb, it'll heal you and your partner too. I think that's how it works. That's one of the perks. There's other ones like damage and obviously having a bigger magazine, and I forget. There's a whole handful of them, as reloading faster. But there's also like a plethora of guns, and it's really cool to see some guns that you haven't seen in a while. And then they got this like crazy dragon shotgun thing that kind of reminds me of Call of Duty, like the Buster something. I don't have Mob of the Dead, but it's that new shotgun in Mob of the Dead. This is it. I just had it out in the gameplay. I'm not sure if I used it yet. I've been kind of rambling on. Yeah, I'm really happy about this game. I don't know if I sound like I'm happy, but after like the last couple of Resident Evil games that have come out, like Resident Evil 5 and 6, it was, I like 5. I'm not gonna say I didn't like 5. But I remember back when I bought it, I was super passionate about it. I was gonna be like, you know what, I got this game at the midnight launch, I'm gonna beat the game. And what I ended up doing was turning the game off after like 2 hours of playing it because I was just bored of it. And it wasn't until the DLC came out, Lost in Nightmares, that I really picked Resident Evil 5 up again, because I had more of like that old school classic Resident Evil feel to it. And basically, I want to say that Resident Evil Revelations kind of has that Lost in Nightmares feel to it when you're exploring these cabins on the Queen Zenobia, and which is the ship's name. When you're exploring the ship cabins and all that stuff, and the hallways are, they're claustrophobic. They're a lot smaller. They got this old vintage kind of opera house feel to it. You'll even hear Parker, your partner, say, oh, it's like an opera house in here. But yeah, it's got this awesome feel to it that a lot of the newer Resident Evils is really lacking. And it's good to see Capcom come back and show that they could still make a game that appeals to their older fan base, the people that were there from the beginning, me and all those people that started out on Resident Evil 1, because it seems like a lot of people started playing Resident Evil 5 because it was on a next gen console, and everyone's like, they were like, Resident Evil's like a name that they always knew and heard about. So that's probably why they picked up Resident Evil 5, and I'm not bashing on anybody who got Resident Evil 5 and was just, that was the first one they played. Just go back and play some of the older ones. You'll probably like them better. I mean, that's my personal opinion, maybe not. But, yeah, back to Resident Evil Revelations. It's an awesome game so far. One thing I will say is that normal mode is actually fairly hard. And it's not that the monsters or the oozes or whatever you want to call those guys, it's not that they're actually hard, it's the bosses. I found myself really struggling with some of the bosses so far. And it's kind of cool. They got this William Birkin kind of thing going for them, where they kind of still have a part of their old personality attached to the BOW form of them. The first boss is sitting there because he's like moaning "Mayday, Mayday," and it's so badass because as soon as you get into the dining hall, you can hear him moaning, and then he's stuck behind a door and he rips through the door, and he's got this chainsaw like arm claw thing that will completely kill you if you get like really close to him. But yeah, like I was saying, the bosses are really hard. you actually do run out of ammo fairly easy in this game, especially when you're surrounded like by boss fights. That's the only time I really ran out of ammo. The BOW decoy grenades are pretty cool, and there's a couple other grenades in raid mode. I think there's one on here like the static grenade, and I haven't used that one yet, but I've used the other grenades, and they're just your standard grenades. And basically, I mean, Capcom really outdid themselves. It's like I said, it's so cool to see that Capcom could still make a game like this, but at the same time, it pisses me off because it's like, why don't you make more games like this? You know, everybody likes that, you know, the action. Everybody likes action games, you know. It's not like people hate action games, but I just don't think you should dirty a game that wasn't, you know, primarily action based with an action game just because that's what the majority of people, you know, play these days. Games like these, they're still very good, and I'm very happy that they actually still make these games. And yeah, I mean, there's not really too much more to say about it. I mean, you got to go out there and you got to download go on the PSN store, the Xbox Live Marketplace, or whatever it's called for Xbox. Go on there and download the Resident Evil Revelations demo. I'm telling you right now, guys, the demo doesn't do the game justice. So why don't you spend that $50 and go pick up this game? You will not be disappointed. Even the action in the game, for older Resident Evil fans, the action in this game is actually pretty engaging. And I found myself having a lot of fun with Chris more than I used to have fun. You know what I'm saying? With Resident Evil 5, Chris was very action oriented. Same with Resident Evil 6. It's all action with him. And in this game, it's action as well. But I find that they found that awesome balance between the two, and they blend perfectly in this game, and I really do enjoy this game. So I didn't know if this was going to be a review or not, but if I had to review the game, I would probably give the game a 9 or a 9.5, somewhere in between there. You know, there are some flaws, but really nothing too bad. You know, obviously I like to see some zombies. Even though I didn't like these oozes at first, they're kind of growing on me. Just the fish versions are kind of stupid as fuck, in my opinion. But that about wraps it up today, guys. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. It's something very different for once. And I'll catch you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.